Folks, sad news. A ninth person has died who attended the Astroworld Festival concert last week featuring Travis Scott and others. Texas A&M University student Bardi Shahani becomes the ninth person to pass away. She showed no brain activity, and her family, as a result, take her off of life support. There have been a number of lawsuits that have been filed as a result. Today, attorney Ben Crump announced more than 100 of those lawsuits. He joins us right now on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Ben, always glad to have you back on the show. This is certainly tragic. 9 folks have died. And so tell us about these lawsuits, the number of people who you are representing, and who are you filing lawsuits against? Is it against Travis Scott, Live Nation, Harris County, with NRG, where the venue was taking place? What are those details?
Roland Martin, thank you for having me. We are filing lawsuits against any and everybody who had responsibility, who had the authority to stop the concert at the moment when they first started having people passing out and fainting. There were 911 calls that started as early as 9:04, but yet they let the concert continue on for another 40 to 45 minutes. And in that time, there were several people who suffered catastrophic injuries, like our client, 9-year-old Israel Blunt, who is on life support in an induced coma, fighting for his life. And so, Roland Martin, we filed the lawsuit today with over 100 of our plaintiffs that we represent, because when you go to a concert, it should be safe. It should not be the scene of a deadly disaster.
One of the things that I saw previous comments where the police chief of Houston stated that they didn't have jurisdiction. Now, I'm born and raised in Houston. That particular facility, NRG Park, that's where the stadium is, where the Houston Texans play. That's also the grounds where the Houston Astrodome is. That's Harris County domain. But to listen to the police chief say they didn't have authority to stop the concert, I'll be honest with you, Ben, I'm sitting here going, man, if I'm seeing that unfold, just who I am, I'm going to walk on that damn stage and say, bruh, folks are dying. Shut it down. And so what do you make of that to hear the Houston police chief, where they had hundreds of officers who were on the scene, say they somehow didn't have the authority to stop the concert?
Yeah, Roland, and you are a Houstonian and you know Houston well. It is clear that they could have stopped this concert. They had the authority. In fact, we understand now through our investigation that the police chief did meet with Travis Scott and the organizers and express concern. Well, if you're doing that, you have the authority to make sure that the safety of the citizens who you take an oath to protect and serve are at first safe. So if you see where you're getting all these 911 calls and people are fainting and passing out, then you have a duty to act. But I want to say the greatest culprit in all of this, Roland, is Live Nation, in my estimation. They are the multi-billion-dollar corporation who does 80% of the music festivals and concerts in the entire world. They should have had safety protocols in place. They should have had crowd control personnel in place. They should have had medical personnel in place. They knew they sold 50,000 tickets. So a lot of this with the law is foreseeability. And is it foreseeable that you can have a situation at a music festival where there are no seats that people can rush the stage? It's not only foreseeable, it's something that has happened before. So we're suing not just to get justice for those who were injured, but we're also trying to make sure that this is prevented, where never again will people go to a music festival with their family and end up what's supposed to be a good memory is the worst nightmare of your life.
On that particular point there, the Houston Chronicle has done reporting showing that Live Nation, U.S. and international, they've had other incidents at other concerts across the globe, safety violations where people have also died as well earlier that day, that morning, folks stormed the gates and bust through. You would have thought after that happened, that would have been an immediate assessment on the ground of security protocols. Here's that video right there where they couldn't stop folks from bum rushing in. That happened several hours earlier before that tragic incident that night.
Yeah, exactly, Roland. They were put on notice so many times for the day that the festival was unlike the previous Astroworld festival that is out of control. And I was saying, and I would just say, here,
go ahead.
The fact that we got to make a change here. It just can't be business as usual because people lost their children. I mean, high school students. Israel is only 9 years old. You had college students. These were young people who went there thinking that it was going to be safe. Never, when you watch the press conference today, you heard those people describing truly what was a disaster, not a natural disaster, but a man-made disaster that was all controlled by Live Nation. And so we have to make sure that they have accountability because they think they can just sweep this under the rug and that these people in Houston lives aren't that important. Well, we're sending the message to Live Nation. That's why we're asking everybody who has video of any kind who attended the festival, please contact us at astroworldclaimshelp.com so we can get all the evidence, so we can get the answers. Furthermore, if you were there, we want to get your testimonies. And so we're asking everybody to please contact us and tell us what they saw. And if you were injured, obviously, you deserve to make sure that there's somebody held accountable, whether it's physical or mental, because, Roland, a lot of people, mental health is free. A lot of people, life was changed by witnessing their friends get crushed, trampled, and killed.
All right, then. Attorney Ben Crump, we surely appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And this story certainly has not ended. It will be going on for quite some time. Thank you very much.
Roland, we need you to come to Brunswick, Georgia next week with the black pastors.
Send me a text message and let me know when they're going to be there. I know we have to be in New York later next week for some interviews, but hit me up and let me know when, and we'll try to see if we can work that out.
All right, Roland, Black America, we count on you, brother.
Folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Once upon a time, there lived a princess with really long hair who was waiting for a prince to come save her. But really, who has time for that?
Let's go. Feeling myself. I'm feeling
She ordered herself a ladder with Prime one-day delivery, and she was out of there.
I want some hood girls looking back at it and a good girl in my tax bracket.
Now, her hairdressing empire is killing it. And the prince? Well, who cares? Prime changes everything.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on that.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared. You dig?